Make sure you draw a line in your notes. Your table of contents. It's your last unit. Hopefully you're ready. All right, perimeter and area. I think next week you have a quiz, just so you know. And then I think we have this unit ending around the 30th. The 30th, 31st. Okay? 3 days. Review for your final. It's in 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3. The older you get, the faster it goes. The 28th. Pretty much you have a 3-day weekend, you come back, you take a test, and then you review, and then you take a final. May 28th. Memorial Day. What does it mean to be perimeter? Area is the wrong word. It's the outside, so it's the distance around a polygon. Or the outside, yeah. How do you find the perimeter? You can. If we're in the, we will eventually be in the coordinate plane. But right now we're not going to be in the coordinate plane. So how do you do regular perimeter? Guys. I know. It's kind of. Think back to 3rd grade. How did you do perimeter in 3rd grade? Thank you.
3 different schools.
The only person I remember is my teacher.
Add up all the sides. There we go. Okay, in 3rd grade you learned perimeter and area.
Yeah.
At least now you do.
2nd grade. I remember my teacher.
Shh. Either way, you learned it in 6th grade, 7th grade. Okay, how do you find area? What does it mean to be area? Now how do you find it? What does it mean to be area? What about inside?
Yeah, inside the shape.
We have to be careful because if you say inside, you can also be talking about volume. So you have to be careful what you're talking about. And volume you do in IM2. So what does our shape look like? Is it flat or is it 3-dimension? It's flat. Okay, so it is flat. So it's the amount of space a figure takes up or covers. It's the inside. So, let's pretend I have a backyard, and around my backyard is a fence, right? Is the fence the area or the perimeter? It's the perimeter. Is the grass, let's pretend I actually have grass, is the grass my area or my perimeter? It's your area, okay? So when you figure out, oh my gosh, sometimes when you have a house, you have to actually figure out these things. You have to figure out how much fencing you need, right? So you have to measure the length, the distance, how many feet is it long, right? And then you have to figure out how much fencing you're going to buy. Oh yeah, I did that. And then, if you have to figure out your grass, now I didn't do grass because most of my backyard's cement because my garage is in the back. I have an old house. It's almost 100 years old. Yeah. So, when you put in, I put in concrete, but let's pretend we did it. Let's pretend we put in grass. When we figure out the grass, are we just going to measure one way? You just measure from side to side and that's it? No, you also have to measure what? Up and down, right? So you have to measure both ways. So distance, the perimeter is easy. You just measure one length, like that, and we just add them up. Per area, we have to measure the inside. And when we have to be able to do what with it? Add or multiply? Multiply for area. Oh my goodness gracious. What's the formula for a rectangle? How about I just tell you?
Yeah.
Area equals base times height. B stands for base. H stands for height. We stay away from length times width. And the reason why is because a lot of our formulas are going to have base times height. When you get to volume in IM2, it's going to have base times height, but it's also going to have big B times H. And it's going to be something different. So we're always going to stick with base times height. We kind of get away from length times width. Okay, it's the same thing, but we kind of get away from it. For a triangle. Very good. A equals base times height divided by 2. And I like how you did divide by 2 instead of 1/2. So most of you may have seen it as 1/2 base times height. I do not like it that way. I like it base times height divided by 2. Why? As soon as I throw in a fraction for you guys, guess what that means? Y'all get scared and stop doing your work. And it's not that hard. But if you divide by 2 is a little easier to think of than actually multiplying by a fraction. So base times height, whatever that is, take that answer and divide by 2. Make sense? It looks easier. It's the same thing, just looks easier. All right. Are you going to write the formulas today? Yeah, that's a good idea. You're going to find perimeter and area. All right, what do the little lines mean? I heard it. Congruent. Yeah, I heard it. Means they're congruent. What's congruent to what? Two sides are congruent and the what? You should know this. I'm not talking. You not talking means notes are going to take a really long time. So let's try this again. How do you know they're congruent? The little line. So which ones are congruent to each other? The top and the bottom and the side to side. Okay? All right. How do we find perimeter? You add up all the sides. So let's start with perimeter equals. What am I adding? Hold on, go in a circle. For some people, it's a little bit easier. Okay, how did you know that? It's the lengths that we're given. If this is 12, so is this one. If this is 6, so is this one, right? So if I go around, that's 12, that's 6, that's 12, that's 6. Can I also say, just out of curiosity, it's 2 times 12 plus 2 times 6? Is that the same thing? Okay, just checking. For some of us, that's easy. So go ahead and multiply or add. It doesn't really matter. I want you to multiply. So what's 2 times 12? 20 what? 24. And what's 2 times 6? And what does that add up to be? 36 what? Centimeters. Yeah? Okay. Area equals, what's the formula for area? Base times height. What is your base? Base is the bottom. 12. What's your height? What's your height? 6. Well, that's 12 times 6. 72? 72 what?
Centimeters.
No, divided by 2 is not a triangle. Centimeters what? Thank you. Must you know which one's squared and which one's not? Yes.
How do you tell which one's square?
Area is always squared. Always. Area is always squared, perimeter is not. You multiply for area, which is why you square it, because you're multiplying centimeters times centimeters, which is centimeters squared. Perimeter, you're just adding them up, so there is no squaring of anything. Make sense? Okay. Some of you wrote that down. Good job. Others of you, good luck. All right, you have 6 inches, 10 inches, and 15 inches. 6 inches, 10 inches, and 15 inches. What are you going to do first? Find the perimeter. All right, how do we find perimeter? 6 plus 15 plus 10. So I get perimeter equals how much? 31 inches. Good. 31 inches. You got it wrong. It's okay. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint. This is where IM2 lost points on their last test. When you don't show me the work and then you give me an answer, you lose points. Okay? Let's pretend you gave me the accidentally wrong answer because you added wrong on accident, but you didn't show any of work. Do you think you're going to get any points? No. Do you understand? So you still got to show the work, even though you're just adding, you still got to show the work, and then give me the answer. Okay? All right. How do we find area? What's the formula? Base times height divided by 2. Okay. What is the base? 10 is good. What is your height? Very good. So I want you to make a note. Your height must always be vertical. It must be up and down. Okay? It can never be the slant or the diagonal. Do you understand? So even if I rotate it, it doesn't matter. It's never going to be your hypotenuse. It's never going to be the slant. It's always going to be straight up and down. Okay? All right, so let's multiply. What's 10 times 6? Oh, wait, I forgot. Divide by what? I forgot to divide by 2. So what's 10 times 6 again? Hold on. 60 divided by 2, which is how much? So area equals 30 inches squared. Bless you. Good? We're going to do one more. But yeah. Yeah. It's not a whole lot. All right, let's do one more. Let's see. Let me try and draw. I'll show you right now. Oh, I forgot something. I need to add in another dimension. Hold on, give me. Let's do this as 14. All right. Which pieces do I care about for the perimeter? I care about which one? 14, 31, and 9. I do not care about the 12. The 12 is going to be used for something else. So let's go ahead and add. What's 14 plus 31?
45.
45 plus 9? 54 what? Centimeters. Good. We good there? Make sense? Questions? All right, let's do the other side. Oh, there's another one. Area equals, what's the formula for area again? Why did Anna let her in? Okay. All right, what's area? Base times height over 2. Why 2? What kind of shape do you have? It's a triangle. All right. So we're going to get, what's our base? 9 is correct. What's your height? 12. Remember I said your height has to be what? Straight up and down. It needs to be perpendicular to the bottom. It needs to be perpendicular to the bottom. So we're going to multiply that by 12. Very good. Divide by what? By 2. Now it's Giovanni. Go ahead and multiply and divide by 2 and tell me what you get. Thank you. Neither one of you use patty paper? What's 9 times 12? 108 divided by 2? 54 centimeters what? Ooh, that was crazy. They're the same. Almost. Oh, weird. We good? Questions? All right, I'm done.